Anna Wintour, the iconic editor-in-chief of Vogue who is stepping down, has finally shared her thoughts on Meryl Streep's unforgettable portrayal of a powerful fashion magazine editor in the 2006 hit comedy The Devil Wears Prada. This role, widely believed to be inspired by Wintour herself, has sparked endless conversations about the realities behind the glamorous yet cutthroat world of high fashion. The movie is adapted from Lauren Weisberger's novel, who once worked as Wintour's assistant, giving the story an insider's perspective. Anne Hathaway stars as an eager young journalist who lands a job as the assistant to the icy and demanding editor of the fictional magazine Runway. The film cleverly blends humor with sharp observations about the fashion industry's pressures and personalities. Wintour recounted to David Remnick, editor of The New Yorker, during his podcast, that she attended the film's premiere dressed in Prada, completely unaware of what the movie would depict. She recalled how the fashion community was nervously anticipating how she might be portrayed, worried the film would cast her in a harsh or unflattering light. When Remnick described the character as somewhat cartoonish, Wintour agreed, calling it a caricature. But she was pleasantly surprised by the film's nuance and the subtlety of the portrayal. Far from being offended, she found the movie highly entertaining and appreciated its wit and humor. She even mentioned discussing the film with Miuccia Prada, who also enjoyed it and saw it as beneficial for her brand's image. Wintour praised the cast, highlighting Meryl Streep's brilliant performance, which earned her an Oscar nomination, as well as Emily Blunt and the rest of the ensemble. She concluded that the film gave a fair shot at representing the fashion world, balancing its sharp edges with humor and humanity. Interestingly, Wintour had previously been reluctant to comment on the film, once telling the BBC that it was up to audiences and her colleagues to decide how much Miranda Priestly, Streep's character, resembled her. This cautious stance kept the mystery alive for years. Meanwhile, excitement is building around the sequel to The Devil Wears Prada, currently filming in New York. The new installment brings back stars like Hathaway, Streep, Blunt, and Stanley Tucci, with Kenneth Branagh joining the cast. The original movie was a massive success, grossing $326 million on a $40 million budget, and it has maintained a strong cultural presence ever since. In the midst of these developments, Vogue has announced Chloé Malle as Wintour's successor. Malle, the daughter of renowned French filmmaker Louis Malle, steps into big shoes as the new editor-in-chief. Meanwhile, Wintour remains influential as Condé Nast's chief content officer and Vogue's global editorial director. But here's where it gets controversial. Does the film's portrayal truly capture the complexities of Wintour's leadership, or does it oversimplify a multifaceted figure into a mere caricature? And what does this say about how women in power are depicted in popular culture? Are we ready to see beyond the stereotype and appreciate the real challenges behind the scenes? Share your thoughts. Do you think The Devil Wears Prada was a fair representation? Or just a sensationalized Hollywood take? Let's discuss.